Hi guys, hi everybody. Coming to you real quick, like in a hopefully quick video. I'll try not to talk too much. Doing a cute little ice skating penguin. On this one I put a little bit more of a background, got a little bit more detail, so that's like a little bit more advanced drawing than this one. But I'm going to show you how to do this quick little ice skating penguin. Okay, so we've got our paper, portrait style or vertical, what we call vertical. Okay, and we're going to start out with his little pom-pom on his hat is just about 1.5 inches or so down from the top of the paper. You can kind of measure like to your first knuckle-ish, right around in here. Doesn't have to be precise. We're going to do just a little tiny rainbow line. See how little that is compared to my finger? It's real little. And then we're just going to hook a bunch of them together like this, around, 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 in like a circle kind of a pattern. So that's his little pom-pom. Then we're going to start in the middle of the pom-pom and go out and down just a little bit, not far, a little over 1 inch maybe, out and down on that side. Try to kind of have your little lines here match each other in length if you can. Then we're going to draw a little letter C on this side, and then a little backwards letter C on the other side. And then helps to turn your paper a little bit. Do a little bit of a curved line, not much, and connect those two. So that way you got the little rolled up part of his hat. You can put little stripes on it like this if you want. You can decorate it with dots or hearts or nothing at all. Just color it a solid color, whatever you like. Okay? So I put a few little stripes on mine. I'm going to draw his face around and down, coming down kind of matching that line from his hat. See? And coming around like that. Same thing on the other side. Coming down like this and kind of matching that up. And then we're going to do a little, like a V in the middle. And this part is, I'll color this black for right now. I really should just have left it because I'm going to color the rest of my penguin probably in colored pencil, but it'll be okay. And then I'm going to put this one curved line over here on the side to make it kind of look like his face is turned just a little bit to the side. Okay? 2 rainbow line little eyes like that. 2 little eyebrows. And then his beak, I'm going to start out on this one side of his little V and draw a little rainbow line, but then come way down on this one side. Okay? And then back up with kind of a straight line going straight back to where you started, but don't hook it on to this line here. Leave that little space right there, and then we're going to draw the bottom beak and hook it onto this line here. So the bottom part of his beak up and around like that. See? So now it looks like he's smiling. He's got his little eyes closed for the moment, and we're going to do a little round circle over here for a cheek. And see how I left part of that circle? I took it to the edge right there to make it even more reinforced that his head is turned just a little bit. Got his other little cheek over here. Let's do his scarf. I'm going to do kind of a squiggly line like that on both sides. Squiggly, because the scarf is made out of fabric, right? And can be wrinkly or folded looking. See? And then close it up on the bottom. And then I'm going to make it a little bit wavy. In my other examples, I've been making a scarf sticking straight out, like zoom, like it's almost like it's it got wet and then it got frozen into a straight, super straight line. Put my little fringe on the end there, and let's make one more kind of squiggly line like that, curvy line, and just close it up like that. So I got both parts of the scarf. Super easy to draw because we're not going to draw a separate piece of it hanging down. Okay, so now all that's done. If you want to put stripes on that, you can put stripes or polka dots or whatever design you want on your scarf. And planning ahead, which is always good to do in art, I'm going to plan to have a little bit of ice down here. Need about this much room for ice, and then I need about this much room in addition to the ice for my little penguin's ice skating boots, or his little skates, right? So I'm going to lightly draw a line right across right there, because that's going to give me a stopping point for my penguin's belly. I'm going to make him a big round belly, okay? But I don't want to go down so far that I can draw, just miniature tiny little boots, right? I want to give myself some space. So I'm going to draw way out here, make him a big belly like that. Almost like I'm trying to draw a complete circle, but I'm going to stop right about here because I want his wing to come out there, and I don't want this line to interrupt his wing, okay? And now I'm done with my little reference line. I can easily erase that and that little dot because I didn't press down very hard. If you draw light, it's super easy to erase, okay? And then now, starting right here, you go up and out like that. So just below the scarf, up, up, up to touch the scarf, around, 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 and down like that. And then starting right here, down, 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 up, 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 and maybe curve it out just a little tiny bit, make a little bit of a fancier kind of wing sticking out like that. And then I'm going to do his other wing over here, kind of pointing down like that, like he's balancing, because he's going to be skating on one foot. So he's going to have to kind of balance himself. And I'm going to do that too. I'm going to come down just the slightest bit, but then curve it back up, 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 and then right back down like that to the end of his little wing there. Okay? And let's finish his belly up and further show that he's turned to his side, which you got part of his back showing here, but we're also going to draw this rounded kind of a J shape right here, like the letter J, because this is his white belly and this is the black part of his body here. Okay, so we got that part, and now let's draw his little ice skating boot that he's going to be skating on. So I'm going to draw a short line, and then I'm going to draw a longer line like this. Okay, that's the front part of the boot, that's the back part of the boot, and then I'm going to draw a line across like that, but just past that little line right there, just a little bit past, not much. See about that much. So a little tiny bit of line, and I'm going to start right here and go curve, curve, curve down to that point. So just a little curve, and now I've got his boot here. I'm going to turn the penguin on his side and draw another boot just like that one. So short line, then a longer line, a little bit longer, not a lot, like that, maybe twice as long. Then a line coming out just a little bit past your short line, and then short line, curve down, boom. Alright, so now this is one skate. He's skating on this foot. He's got his other foot out behind him, having a great time. Let's draw the skate part. Not skate park. Skate part. So we got a diagonal line, little short diagonal line sticking out the front. Straight line coming down the middle. Diagonal line coming down out of the back. Same thing here. Short line. Short line. Short line. Like that. Okay? And if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video, rewind it, do whatever you need to do. Last thing for the penguin, I'm going to draw a letter C and make that a big, long line like that. And if our little lines aren't long enough here to hook on, that's okay, we can hook them on like that. Same thing over here. I'm going to draw a sideways letter C. Squeak, squeak, squeak with the marker. And now he's got his little skates on. Okay? Next step I'm going to do for his background, I'm going to draw a little tree back here, like a little tree trunk. Actually, I'm going to draw two trees. I'm going to draw a bigger tree trunk here. This tree is going to be in the foreground, what we call the foreground, or not really foreground. The penguin's in the foreground. This is in the midground, middle ways back in our picture, and then that's in the background. Okay, let's draw this little tree like a pine tree. Two long lines coming out of in a V shape, an upside down V shape. Two more long lines starting inside and up from the bottom of those lines, just up a little bit inside that shape. And let's do it one more time like this. And this is the secret to drawing these little Christmas trees, because now you just join those two lines, these two, see, diagonal, these two right here, diagonal, see that? And now I'm just going to draw like a zigzag across the bottom. If you want to make it look like there's snow on the top of it, you can do kind of like a little curved line like that. This tree is going to be bigger. It might even interrupt this tree a little bit. I didn't plan that out so great. But I'm going to put my two lines like this. Try not to run into my other tree. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You can do 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, however many sets of those you want that stack on top of each other. But just kind of plan it out ahead of time. Make sure you have room for them. And then zigzag across the bottom. Okay? Now let's draw some hills back here. Let's go over top of our trees and then back down. Get the side of his face. If that hill came down like this, what if it came down like that and then started going back up again over here? So then we can make this go back up over here and maybe even come back down again, right? So those are our snowy hills in the background. Then all we have left is our little icy pond that he's skating on. So I'm going to start right here where his belly is and curve that line out to the edge of the paper. And then I'm going to start over here basically where his skate is. And you can see through this part. You know, these are just like little metal bars, right? And you can see through this part. So I'm going to put the background of the pond coming out from right there all the way to the edge of the paper. You just have to remember whatever color you decide to color your pond. I usually do like a real light blue. Don't forget to color in that square right there and all this part. You know, don't forget to make all that your super light blue or whatever color you decide that your ice is going to be. Okay, so then that's it. You drew your penguin. Oh, let's put some snow on the top of this tree right here. Make a little bit wavy lines like that. You can even make these like mountains back here. You can put wavy kind of lines back here to make it look like the mountains just have snow on the tops. Make it stop there at the scarf, but then continue on like this. So you can do something like that if you want, or just leave this whole background white, because you know all this can be snow. You can make little lines, like random shaped lines under there, because the trees are kind of buried in a little bit of snow, right? There you go. That's the little ice skating penguin. You can color him in any patterns you want. I left a little shiny spot there. I didn't color that part there on each boot to make it look kind of like his boots were a little bit shiny. This one I didn't worry about that. I just gave him some green boots. Made a little bit of snow on my tree. Didn't worry about hills in the background. It's just got kind of like a flattish kind of background. You can make yours however you want. Just have fun with it. Practice, and have a great winter season. You and the little penguin can have some fun together. Just a quick little drawing. And thank you.